Hey crafty friends, it's Joy here, and today I created a 5x7 cards using the gorgeous Lovely Layer gallery wall frames along with some other Lovely Layers dies. I want to make these frames antiqued, but I want to start with Salvaged Patina. I have die cut all 4 frames from white cardstock, and so I'm just going to do my first bit of ink blending on each one of the frames. And then that's going to give us our base color. We're going to do some more fun things to it to give it that real fun antiqued look. I'm also going to be using the Lovely Layers Tulips and the Lovely Layers Spring Greenery. I have also die cut these frames 3 times from white cardstock. I'm going to layer those together. That's going to give them some dimension so I don't have to add foam adhesive behind it. And I did keep the centers to these die cuts because we're going to do a little bit of ink blending on that. I'm doing a 5x7 card because I wanted to use all of these frames, and I could have probably done it in 2 cards, but I wanted this layout for this card. Okay, so here is the medium-sized flower from the Lovely Layers Tulips. I am using some Gina K inks today to do some ink blending. And so I'm going to be using light carnation here. And then I do bring in some medium carnation a little bit later. And I'm going darker in the areas that have the embossed parts from the dies, because that's the part you're going to see once you have all of this layered together. Okay, let's bring in that medium carnation and just a little bit darker at the base, just so we have a little bit of variation. And again, this is a really simple card to put together. The flowers and the leaves are really super simple. These are from the Lovely Layers Spring Greenery. This is the light spruce that I'm ink blending on this one. I'm also going to ink blend the stem for the tulip flower. Then I'm going to do the medium spruce and then the dark spruce. So I'm using the same colors, just going from light to dark. I want to keep that pretty simple because really this card to me is all about those gorgeous frames. They're so intricate, they're so detailed, they're so pretty, and I just really wanted to highlight those. So let's finish up this last bit of greenery here, and then we can put our tulip together. Really super simple. This is the only flower that we're layering together. Let's add our final petal, and then I can adhere it to that little stem here. And then that part is finished. Okay, so here's where I'm going to layer all of my frames. Again, I'm doing this instead of using foam adhesive because some of the areas on here are kind of tiny. I don't want to have to deal with that, with having to try to get foam adhesive in the right spots. And then it just makes the frames thicker, which looks really nice. It almost feels kind of like a chipboard. I am using 110-pound Nina cardstock here, so it's fairly thick. So it's going to give us a really nice thickness here. So let's finish up this last one. I just think all of these frames are so gorgeous. Oh my gosh. Then we're going to bring in the gilded foundry wax. This is going to, oh wait, first, here's the insides that I ink blended and a piece of craft cardstock that I ink blended. I'm sorry I did not record it. I just did rough ink blending, and you can see it's kind of splotchy, and I did that on purpose so it feels a little more antiqued. Okay, so here is the gilded foundry wax. I'm going to rub this on the edges of all of the frames, and I'm just using my finger. It looks like there's a lot on my desk. I ended up using almost all of it. So you're going to need a decent amount, and you will need to use your heat gun because that is going to set it. It's going to make it shiny gold, and then it's going to set it. So you have to use your heat gun for that. So I'm going to go inside the frames and around the edges of the frames. Now back to the backgrounds, I used a piece of craft cardstock with craft ink from Gina K to ink blend around the edges. And then the centers to the frames were white cardstock with Sandy Beach ink blended on the inside of those frames. And did you see that my little end cap piece fell off of my heat gun? So funny. I'm just going to show this one, but I did it the same on all 4 of the frames. And look at how gorgeous that is. In the MISTI, I am stamping my sentiment. It's from the Well Played Sir stamp set. And it says, "You have timeless style." I am going to use the coordinating dies to die cut out the sentiment, and I'm stamping it on craft cardstock. I really didn't want to have white on here because I'm not using really white anywhere else. So let's place that coordinating die down, and I'm going to tape that down with some low tack tape. Now with those insert pieces, we are going to adhere our images. I've just decided what image is going to go inside what frame. Obviously things are going to hang off the edges, and so you do have to trim that out. The hardest one to trim was that top left one, but it took some time. I just took some scissors and just kind of followed along the edge of the insert piece because it's just following along of the inside of the frame, if that makes sense. And so I did have to do some trimming. I did it off camera because it took a second. Sorry, I had to adjust my camera. But just it didn't take super long time to do. So this one was just a little more complicated to trim, but it worked out just fine. Then I'm going to lay these on the back of the frames, and I just used some low tack tape to hold those in place. The reason why I'm doing this is because I don't want that centerpiece to move, because the frame is thicker than that singular piece that's cut out from the center. I am taking 1 millimeter foam adhesive, and as you notice, I'm placing it where it's straddling the line between the center and the frame. So it's going over both pieces. And then when I place this down onto my background, I can just press it down nice and good, and which makes the centerpiece like push down where it's supposed to be, and the frame is going to be thicker above that. Does that make sense? Because again, the frame has 3 pieces glued together and the centerpiece is just 1 piece. And because we have all of that foundry wax inside, it's not going to just place in from the top like normal. Like I could glue down the frame and then just pop the centerpiece in. Because we have a little extra stuff going on, it's not going to work like that. That's why I am doing it this way, and it came out perfect. It worked really nice. It was not hard. Again, just adding some foam adhesive, straddling that where it's getting on the frame and the centerpiece. Now, I should have, here's another option to how this would be laid out. I'm putting the sentiment with the flower, but you could move the top circle frame on the right up to the top and then place the sentiment between the rectangle frame and that circle frame, and that would be really cute too. I pulled out the Back to Basics gem stickers, and it's kind of a creamy white color that I'm using, and I'm going to place those in each one of the frames. And of course the sentiment says, "You have timeless style," and I just think this turned out so fun. I love these frames. They look so antiqued and gorgeous. You can put any image inside of this and still do this same technique. So I just think that's fantastic. So I think these frames are just really interchangeable for a lot of different types of cards. And you could just do one on a card or a couple. You could do it many, many different ways. Okay, so that card is done. This will be on a 5x7 card base. Look at all of that aging, and those frames are just gorgeous. Thank you guys so very much for stopping by and watching. I hope that you enjoyed this project. I hope you guys have an amazing day. If you like what you've seen, please subscribe to Honeybee Stamps YouTube channel.